Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're taking a look at an affordable mechanical gaming keyboard from a company called 1STPLAYER. They've been in business since about 2010, making all sorts of different PC peripherals and components like headsets, gaming mice, keyboards, power supplies, and all sorts of stuff like that. Today we're taking a look at the DK 5.0. It's a 104 key mechanical gaming keyboard with custom switches that provide both tactile and audible feedback. So in the context of the super popular Cherry MX switches, these would be equivalent to Cherry MX Blues. And here's what they sound like. These switches are claimed to be able to last for up to 50 million keystrokes, a rating that's about the same as their Cherry MX counterparts, which is really good for an off-branded affordable switch. Sounds like they're gonna last a while. With dimensions about 439 millimeters long, 128 millimeters deep, and about 38 millimeters thick, it's about in line with other 104 key layout keyboards out there on the market, but that relatively narrow 128 millimeter depth does kind of give it a narrow, slim, and streamlined look. But don't let that fool you. What's interesting is when you pick it up, it's got some pretty serious weight to it. It comes in at about 1.1 kilograms or about 2.4 pounds, and it gives it a really nice and solid feel. And actually it is pretty solid because when I pick it up, I really can't feel any bending or flexibility even when I'm applying force to it. The entire thing's constructed of ABS plastic, and as far as plastic keyboards go, this thing is about as strong and rigid as some aluminum keyboards that I've used in the past. So overall, thumbs up for a nice solid feeling build. Underneath the keyboard, things are really simple. There's 4 rubber anti-slip feet to help improve grip, and 2 flip-up feet to allow you to adjust the tilt angle. The DK 5.0 retails for about $45 US at the time of this recording, and when you start to look at mechanical gaming keyboards in this sub $50 budget-friendly price point, there's always some sort of compromise involved where you're gonna give something up in order to save a few bucks. And one of the things that they cut out of the DK 5.0 was dedicated multimedia keys. There's no dedicated keys on here whatsoever that'll allow you to take control of your media, not even a volume control knob or scroll wheel. You can still take control of your media, but you have to do it with alternate functions. So you're gonna be pressing a key combination like the function key and one of the F keys in order to get any of that sort of stuff done. So is that a big deal? Well, I think it depends. Some people don't care about multimedia keys on their keyboards, whereas other people just can't live without it. So whether or not this is a big deal is gonna be completely subjective and entirely up to you. And one of the other areas where I saw that they cut some corners in order to save cost is going to be with respect to this USB cable. It's a super thin, basic, plain USB cable, and it feels like there's a little bit of play at the connection point to the keyboard. Still though, it's probably not a huge deal. Just don't pull on it too hard and it'll probably be just fine. Now, thankfully, the DK 5.0 does offer up some pretty cool features that I think are gonna get a lot of people to overlook its shortcomings. Things like dust and spill resistance, full end key rollover, and RGB backlighting with 13 different customizable effects. And those lighting effects can be configured just using key combinations on the keyboard itself, and they even included a small basic software utility that'll allow you to select a lighting effect from a drop-down menu and even customize and fine-tune the settings. And that's not all, there's also a macro editor and even the option to customize some of the key functions. Now, this software application is absolutely not as nice and polished as something that you'd expect from one of the big brand names. It's totally not, so don't expect it. You've been warned. But that said, it's still nice to have. It's better than nothing. I always prefer to do my lighting customization and any other keyboard configurations through software as opposed to key combinations, so it's just one extra thing that they gave you, which is nice to have at this price point. Overall, the 1STPLAYER DK 5.0 mechanical gaming keyboard is a pretty good option for people looking for an affordable mechanical gaming keyboard with some nice RGB backlighting. Now, it isn't perfect and it does have a few shortcomings like no dedicated multimedia controls and a cheap feeling USB cable. But for $45 US, it'll get you pretty close to the feel and sound of Cherry MX Blue switches for a lot less than you'd expect to pay for actual Cherry branded switches. So the purchasing links are gonna be right down here in the description of this video. If you end up picking one of these up, test it out and let us know what you think in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and we'll see you later.